They're my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
Well, she's a screen and stage legend, beloved for so many iconic roles. And today, Dame Julie Andrews is inspiring a new generation with a series of best-selling children's books co-authored with her daughter, Emma Walton Hamilton.
And the latest book is The Very Fairy Princess, follows her heart, and we're thrilled to have the one and only Julie Andrews with us live. Welcome back.
Hello, how are you both?
27 books.
27 books in about 15 years. My daughter and I have been collaborating that long. I've been writing for a long time, but we got together about 15 years ago.
Well, you know what? I read a recent interview with you, and it was really inspirational to read this, that when you had that surgery that left you with less of a singing voice,
Right.
you got into doing other things, and you said that, you know, it really turned out well.
Yeah, well, my daughter, I was talking to her one day and saying that I miss it and the music and so on, and she said, in such a sweet way, she said, Mum, you've just found a different way of using your voice.
Yeah.
And everything just slotted into place, and I realized you can offer things, and it doesn't have to be just in one vein. I still miss the singing, but am I thrilled that I'm doing these books? I am.
Yeah.
And working with her is very special.
I'm sure. And this is the fifth book in the Very Fairy Princess
That's right,
series.
yes.
So tell us a little bit about the Very Fairy Princess.
Well, Geraldine is our little girl. Actually, she prefers to be called Jerry. And she is the antithesis of a very fairy princess. She is convinced she is one because of a sort of sparkle that she feels inside. But her socks are about her ankles, and she has holes in her tights and dirty fingernails. But her enthusiasm and her sweetness and her personality, it's really about authenticity, inner authenticity, not about the trappings of being a princess, not about glamour and marrying handsome princes. It's the opposite of all that.
And she was originally inspired by your granddaughter, Hope.
Yes,
right?
the first book in the series was definitely based on Hopi, and although it still is to some extent, the books have kind of now taken on a life of their own.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the theme of this one is supposed to kind of be for Valentine's Day, but it seems like the message goes beyond that. Is that true, that the focus was Valentine's
Yes.
Day?
What happens is that Jerry loves any reason for a holiday, for something that she can
Which
give
your last
and
book
do.
showed us.
Yes, it did. And in this case, she makes wonderful Valentines for people, and in fact gets her Valentines muddled up with Daddy's business papers. They both end up in similar folders. So she goes off to school with his papers, and he goes off to school to work with her Valentines. And she has to improvise. And what she does is she asks the teacher at school, Miss Pym, if she can sit everybody in a circle and tell her Valentines. And she says to each one of her friends, you sparkle when you do such and such and such and such. And I think the everlasting theme of the book really is what makes you sparkle inside, what makes your heart sing, what makes you feel special. And that could be at any single time of the year. And I hope that children this Valentine's Day might follow Jerry's example and tell people what they like about them best.
Well, in 27 books in 15 years, what makes you sparkle inside? Where do you get this creative?
Well, partially working with my lovely daughter Emma, and I wish she were here today. She is such a joy to work with. Everybody says, how does a mother and daughter work together? Is that possible? And it really is. Our process is very organic, and we write every line together. We don't take it a chapter each or anything like that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and sometimes we're miles apart, and we do it by electronic
Computers
Skype or anything like that. But we do it together, and